How about the first event of the CrossFit Games getting announced?
Here, take my money.
It's not great, but it's not bad.
And of course, people are offended.
We'll be hammering our freaking nuts into the table.
Bring your nuts and your hammer.
Don't scare me like that. Ridiculous.
Let's just send it, and we can at least start the podcast now.
Yeah.
Because we can't.
Find me that drink, though.
Yeah, I just sent you the grandpa one.
Okay.
They're like, they're over the top.
They're
offensive.
over the top.
Over the top offensive Tom
Yes.
Segura. Like, and of course, people are offended. You go in the comments on, like, this one I'll send you is on Twitter.
Yeah.
And people are just
can't handle
so upset. And you're like, come on.
He's winning. That means he's winning.
Comedy should be like.
His dad's like a Vietnam War veteran. That's the joke.
And he's the like writing the play for the kids to act out for Memorial Day. And the dad is, or the grandpa is like sitting there kind of reciting the lines while the kid's saying these things. It's so good.
All right, I can't wait.
You didn't see it, did you, Scott? The Tom Segura where his dad writes the play for, I'll send it to you too. We had to edit. You're going to have to listen to the podcast for about 90 seconds. And then when I say, all right, we're going to start the podcast now.
No, Angela's about to harpoon it again.
Is this rolling? Oh, okay.
I know, but you're going to have to like check the first 60 seconds and then you can upload it into AI. Because Angelo just went too far basically. So
and
for
AI
this
is going to go back in
podcast.
your timeline, bring it back, and put it on there.
Hey, what did you think about that weekend, that AI weekend, that ChatGPT?
Let's go over it.
It's not crazy.
It's not great.
It's not great, but it's not bad.
No.
Dude, all I said is give me a 6-event CrossFit Games qualifier. I just typed it into ChatGPT.
Just talking, it's scary, dude.
And I said, give me a 6-event.
I've been preaching AI's downfall for
Give me a 6-event.
not downfall.
Careful
no,
now.
no.
Careful now.
The uprising.
What's happening?
Give me a 6-event CrossFit Games qualifier event. And they're on their own, they're all good. Together, they're not that good. Event 1.
Yeah.
On their own, they're all good.
That should also tie into the whole thing.
For sure. But if you like, what I said is it is a cool tool. If you're like, dude, I don't know where I want to start with this.
Tool.
I'm just gonna give me 10 CrossFit game style events.
Me, you,
and I have it written. I
know, but I want to read as we go.
Said like if you go give me 10 CrossFit game events, whatever, CrossFit game style events, and then you're like, okay, well, I like this one and this one, and I'll kind of start my weekend from there. Like kind of give you a little idea. So event 1 would be max total. This is just it's easy. 1 rep max snatch, 1 rep max clean and jerk, and you have 20 minutes to establish it. And you go as you want for 20 minutes, which
10 and 10, pretty basic,
whatever,
pretty bland.
Yeah, very bland. 3 rounds for time, 10 bar facing burpees, 10 thrusters at 95-65, 10 chest to bar pull-ups. Would actually be pretty cool if it was just 30-30-30. Instead
not
of
even bad.
10,
3
10,
rounds.
10. It's
10,
not
10,
bad.
10. You do
not for a CrossFit Games qualifier, but like for just any kind of local competition, that's an okay workout.
You got 3 or 2 events, technically 3 events, and you have below parallel in both and overhead on both. Okay.
Then the next one,
Satan's Whisker. That was a. I'm pretty sure this was a regional workout. Do you remember that? Like previous to the open regional workout.
Okay.
It was at the Southwest regional. Continue, Angela. I'll look it up.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 50 GHDs, 40 wall balls, 30 box jump overs, 20 devil's press, 100 foot double kettlebell front rack walk lunge, dumbbell or kettlebell. And that one really, I mean, honestly, on its own is not bad.
Satan's Whiskers.
Satan's Whiskers.
3 rounds. 10 chest to bar, 10 front squats at 165, 115, 10 burpees. It stole that workout.
So bad.
It stole that workout.
Yeah, totally.
Minus the thruster, right?
It just changed. It changed just a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, is there original thought anymore? Like, we've argued this back and forth, right?
No,
Like, could you even
no
protect your
thought.
IP
No.
of a CrossFit workout anymore?
AMRAP 12 minutes. I'm
going
to
to go back. So the last one was just a
event
descending
3.
chipper.
Yep.
So you've got 1 reps. You've got a 3-round triplet. You have
a
chipper with burpee. All right, cool.
Event 4,
Double
12
press
minute
is kind of
AMRAP.
redundant with the burpees. But
Yeah. 2 rope climbs, 8 deadlifts, 275, 10 toes to bar, 12 kettlebell snatches, 6 per arm with a 70. With a 70. That's not crazy. It's so much grip, though. So much
Say it
grip.
again.
2 rope climbs, 8 deadlifts, 10 toes to bar, 6 kettlebell snatch per arm with a 70.
Just how many times?
12-minute AMRAP.
12-minute AMRAP.
And obviously, it doesn't know that AMRAPs are stupid for competition. This one maybe, no, I sent you this one. 1,000-meter row. This is the long test. 1,000-meter row, 75 double unders, 50 strict handstand push-ups, 1,000-meter ski, 75 double unders, 50 overhead squats at 135, and a 1,000-meter echo bike. That one's really not that bad. The double unders are a little weighted wrong. If you did like
100.
Yeah, 100, just 100, 150. Start with 150 2 times.
I don't even know what's 1,000 meters on an echo bike.
I don't know.
I was thinking the same thing.
It's crazy to do a 1,000-meter echo bike. I've never seen. Did they do that? Yeah, they did that at
You make it a 1,000-meter bike erg, but it's
Now,
still half the distance though.
Yeah.
You almost what I would do is flop the ski and the bike, make it a 2K bike and then 1,000 ski.
Like, dude, I mean, yeah, like I was saying though, you could take that and be like, I can make a good.
Well, you could take all the. This
is
is at least.
You could also like you're 2 prompts away from it doing for you.
Yeah.
Hey, there's some redundancies here in terms of going below parallel. And
I
overhead
tried to like give it some advice on how to change it, and it just wouldn't do it the way that I
Now
wanted.
it's just taking this advice.
Yeah.
This will be synthesized, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be
Really, yeah.
Dude, not joking, bro. It's freaking me out.
Seriously.
It's for real. But I think the way ChatGPT works is
It's closed.
you have to
allegedly, right?
Yeah, like you have to enter stuff into it, and it learns from that. The more things are entered into it. So if you want to write a college paper, it's like good at that because that's what it's used for a lot. Like someone's like, write me a thesis on whatever, and it's like they can do something really good with that. I had it write a report for work, write a report, like to put all the information in there, and it gave me a banging report because I needed one. There's a call that might go to court or something, so I needed a good one, and it's like really
Just be really careful. I got a buddy who's a lawyer. We were just talking about this.
Oh no.
And one of his colleagues just mailed it in.
Yeah.
And, they've got to bring multiple cases from the past and history, and usually it would take, days of research. So this dude mailed it in, ChatGPT submitted it. Well, it had also pulled, like, fictitious things from, like, movies and whatever. So it was like he was presenting cases, and they did not exist.
Oh, no. No. Mine's not that. It's all the information was really cut and dry, what I wanted into it, and then I proofread it, and I was like, this is just like, it just turned what I had into a paragraph.
It's an incredible tool. It's also scary as hell in some ways.
The finale is really good. Really good. 3 bar muscle ups, 3 dumbbell squat snatch with a 70 or 50, and then a 50-foot handstand walk. 6, 6, 50, 9, 9, 50, 12, 12, 50, 15, 15, 50. I think that's a great workout. That one by itself, like, I might use that. Like, if you're listening to this, you may see that show up at your Mayhem programmed competition. If I have anything to do
I don't
with
like the uneven.
I don't either, but it's a finale at a competition, so it's whatever. If for someone who cares, you can even it out each round. You'll be one. Do your extra one. Go back out on the floor and finish your last squat snatch.
As a test, though, it's all pulling capacity. It's not anything else. So I would prefer an overhead squat or something there would be better.
Like a dumbbell overhead squat or no? Maybe.
Just
Some kind of overhead squat.
Or just an overhead squat.
It is a lot of pulling.
You're like, if
Could
your
be
point is to interfere there, but like a 10-minuter, I want to see people just kind of keep going.
Yeah, could be
Which I guess the overhead and the pressing would also be a limiter as well.
If you did like dumbbell on the one end and bar muscle up on the other end, use the handstand walk as a transition, I think it would end up being enough tricep interference. But anyways, it was just cool. Like I just had this, me and Dom were talking about typing stuff into it programming wise, and I was like, I'll just see if he can write me a competition. And it's not bad. But I did try to give it some prompts, and it like I said, I don't want to one rep max. Can you give me a heavy barbell event? And it really didn't know what it was doing with those. It gave me 15, 12, 9, hang power clean at 225, and bar facing burpees. I was like, oh my gosh.
Just a little uneven.
So uneven. All right. I think it might have been even hang squat clean at 225. I'm like, that is crazy. There was one, which was...
There was a workout on there that wasn't AI that was in that group was greatly uneven as well.
Greatly uneven. Bad.
I don't want to talk about that on here.
Then
But
there was it gave
you're
going
going to see a version of it
barbell
come
event.
up on Compete in a couple weeks, though. It's fixed.
Oh, okay, good. Cool. 30 deadlifts at 315, 20 front squats at 225, 10 shoulder overhead at 225. That was the heavy barbell event it gave me. That wasn't a 1 rep max. I was like, that's crazy. Kind of cool, but
Yeah,
it'd
I don't hate everything about it.
It would be cooler to go 30, 20, and then back to 30 with like 135 or something like that.
Yeah.
So you take plates off each time.
Yes. Yeah. I can't think of like a flow like that. Yeah. Cool.
It will though.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
iterations are just happening faster and faster.
Yeah. The more times I type it in, the better it's going to get at it.
So stop doing it.
Why not? Why?
Because
I'm going to be the one using it. I'll just keep typing. I'll just type in
every workout. All of our jobs.
Every time I program a week of programming, I'll just dump it into ChatGPT. Here, learn this. Learn how to do this.
Here, take my money.
You think? Yeah. I don't think so.
Yeah, sign up for the paid version of ChatGPT. Use the code Angelo.
Yeah,
that's going to be Angelo's future gig.
When it comes to your health, some of the most important factors are the ones that you can't see in the mirror. Bloke specializes in men's health, helping you identify and fix the things that might be holding you back from optimizing your health. So regular blood testing is critical for staying proactive. Luckily for you, our friends at Blokes are here to make things easier than ever. Blokes doesn't give results with no solutions. They offer personalized solutions that fit your life, and they make the whole process simple and accessible. I get my blood labs taken at CrossFit Mayhem or in the comfort of my own home. If you're serious about taking control of your total health, not just your workouts, head over to blokes.co and take the first step. Use the code FRONINGPOD, all one word, to enjoy 50% off of all your labs. Mountain Ops has combined my two biggest passions, fitness and the outdoors, as well as sourcing quality ingredients. Mountain Ops Supplements has helped me get the most out of my training sessions in and out of the gym. If you want to start taking your results seriously, I've put together a bundle of Mountain Ops products. New and returning customers save 20% on their purchase when you visit mountainops.com and use the code FRONING. That's MTNOPS.com, code FRONING. When it comes to training flooring, durability is the most important factor. With Regapol's established 65-year history, the decision for our studio flooring was simple. Made from recycled tires, Regapol floors are indestructible, durable, and easy to install, and has less smell than other rubber flooring products on the market. To purchase, go to roguefitness.com and search Regupol. That's spelled REGUPOL. Get strong, grow durable, and unlock your potential on Regapol rubber flooring. Recover faster, breathe easier, and increase your endurance with Airwave's scientifically proven performance mouthpiece. If high-intensity or interval-style training is your sport, try their patented endurance mouthpiece. I opted for the Mayhem 2-pack with one of each. For podcast listeners only, save 15% of your purchase at airwave.com/Froning. That's airwave.com/Froning.
Oh, it can do a lot of things.
How about the first event of the CrossFit Games getting announced?
Let's go.
It's a little early.
Another ChatGPT joint.
Yeah, they could. It's not there. Give me some running and some rowing.
I don't hate the workout.
No, I don't either.
I hate that it's announced this early.
Yeah, I
hate that that's the first workout they announced.
I hate that I'm going to be running and rowing for the next 9 or 10 weeks.
Twice a week.
Long. Not just like doing it, just like long, like 40 minutes of it. Twice a week.
Yeah, I don't, I joked on Instagram, and apparently looks like Castro took offense to that.
Oh, he got you.
No,
he got
did
you.
He?
I don't see how he got me. Like, everybody's like, because I guess he posted a video of me talking about
you doing 333 or something.
Yeah.
He should have said, like.
But who won the CrossFit Games that year?
I know. What he should have.
That's what I don't like. If you want to shit talk, whatever, but.
He should have posted it and said, like, I bet you wish you would have known this event is way sooner.
For sure,
which would be kind of funny to me.
What did he say? It was just
he just made fun of him talking about sucking on 333. Yeah.
Okay.
Which I talked about me sucking on 333.
Yeah.
Like, there's no, whatever.
You did the 8 Mile on him. You took his ammo.
Yeah, I don't. So
it's also conflating the issue because your problem isn't with the programming.
No,
it's with the time of announcement.
Yeah, but everybody gets to do it on the same course.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sick, bro.
I don't hate it being announced this early, I guess.
Really?
Dude,
let's
let's start talking about it. Like,
yet.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I mean, look, there's
announce Murph because it's Memorial Day weekend. If that's what you're doing, announce. I don't know.
I felt like the first announcement usually was coming on the 4th of July. Like, for sure, Murph would come out. That for the 2 years in a row they did that. It was on the 4th of July, and I thought like that was kind of the time. And even the last year, the run swim they announced was about that same time, like 3 weeks, right?
I thought it was even closer,
May.
actually, to be honest.
We're in May. People don't even know if they're going to the games yet. That sucks.
I don't love the timing, and I don't like that workout. It's not my business to whatever.
Yeah.
But
Maybe they announced it in time for the flash sale.
flash sale.
Flash sale of what?
The tickets.
Oh, we're talking about the tickets.
They gave 40% off for 2 days.
40%
Yeah,
off
no.
for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it goes from, what was the price?
I don't know.
Was it like $700 or something?
Some of them, it ranges.
Oh,
But
okay.
Yeah, there's a range.
I heard the people that already bought tickets were super happy about it.
Yeah. Or like the
Oh,
people
yeah.
who had already bought their tickets and we have a 20% discount.
And they couldn't retro back their 40.
Yeah. There's a 40% discount now, and that there was we have a 20% discount. I got a couple messages saying, I wish I would have known about this a few weeks ago. And now they wish I would have known about the 40 before they bought our 20. Like,
If you wait long enough, they might pay you to go.
yeah. I will say, I know they're
I'm gonna
struggling.
keep my mouth shut because
I know they are struggling with ticket sales. It's obvious. I mean,
you think?
it's obvious that they're struggling with ticket sales. The thing that I do think is cool, and I will say, them giving us a code to get a kickback on is
Awesome.
really cool. Whatever the issue is or why they did it, I don't care. But that is it's cool. It's cool that like because then you get buy-in from the people who are doing it. Yeah, you push it. Whoever made that call did a pretty good job. I
And
think.
Pyramid scheme.
Well, but we promoted this like even 2 years ago. I mean, like prior to this year when they really wanted you to do the open announcement. It's like, I think that there should be a symbiotic relationship with the athletes. Hey, why aren't you guys promoting the sport? It was like, I mean, how about we can work together on this? You know what I mean? I think they could give a lot more carrots like that for you guys.
So do you have a dashboard that you can like track how many tickets you've sold or?
I don't. No. I guess I'm just trusting them to pay me. I guess I'm just trusting that they're gonna pay me. Funny. Don't scare me like that.
You'll be good. You'll be good.
Yeah, you'll be taken care of.
Did they ever get paid? People ever get paid out for those jerseys?
What jerseys?
Well, that's a noble thing. I think it's
Oh.
important to differentiate, but I doubt it.
You doubt
I
it?
don't know. I kind of do.
Really? Dang.
I kind of do. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess Noble really rebounded, didn't it? So maybe Tom Brady's paying everybody back.
Tommy?
That wasn't even rhetorical. I just wondered
Yeah, I don't know.
because it's the same kind of deal.
Yeah, 100%.
If you have no dashboard to track,
Let me say that.
just update us later.
Yeah, I will. I'll keep you updated. Don't worry. Let me just go out and say, yeah, this event is really early, but if you ever thought there wasn't an importance on outdoor running to get to the games, there isn't now, for sure this year.
What do you mean?
Saying like the first event, you're running 6 miles in the first event,
yeah.
and you're gonna run probably more. So
Yeah,
like
for sure.
it's good that people are getting meaningful running tests to get there.
To like high level critique, is the row absolutely pointless?
It's moderately pointless, yeah. Like you're just rowing whatever you can row to get off and run again. Yeah. I mean, I think
It's a
if
good
you're,
opportunity to submarine some people who have less experience and don't know how to like modulate.
I think if you're like,
Yeah.
I mean,
if they didn't know the workout 6 months in advance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
if you're a
Or hey, here's another great one. Like here's where I do hope that there were some teams who cheated. At least one. Give me one. Give me
they
at least
given the
one where they're
team-
just the
have they
worst
given the
runners in
team
the
version?
world.
no, I don't. I'm just assuming it's too easy of a flow and logistically to flow us through it. Like we're gonna do something like it. I doubt. You wouldn't think, dude. All they gotta do is set up rowers outside of or inside.
Yeah, you only have what, 20 teams now or 15 teams
20
or 5 teams?
3. everyone gets a medal. You just show up, you get a medal.
There's 6 teams now.
There's 20 teams. I mean, it's just too easy. You just bring out rowers. Like you
Well, I
can
mean,
figure
there are how many
something
individuals? 30, 40,
40,
6, 40
40-ish.
before
Yeah,
everybody
I
starts
mean-
dropping out before that event too.
Yeah.
I thought it
getting
was
ready for
30.
WFP again. Huh?
I thought it was supposed to be 30.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's 30 because Dave was talking about
Yeah.
how they can do some different things with less heats,
Less
only
heats.
having 3, 3, 2.
So that you get 2 rowers per team if you do some type of partner something and
Yeah, run together, row
whatever,
together or
run
something.
together, row together. So you only need.
We could just be doing a high rocks version.
I
of it.
honestly, I think that was a swing and a miss. I think
Run.
that could have been the first. Like you do the first event, you're like, hey, here you go.
Oh, why do you said that last year, didn't you?
Maybe. Embrace it.
About what, the High Rocks thing?
Yeah.
No, we said it for the classic.
I've said it all the time.
Yeah. I just think
I don't hate the idea. You know, like
I just think it sets you up for failure.
We're not allowed to say High Rock. Sorry.
Oh, really?
I haven't paid the money. Yeah.
You can't use it to benefit yourself. You can reference it.
Won't they say that me referencing it like promotes the podcast?
Oh, I don't know. Is it that? are we that?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah.
I think Lockhart says it's like $2,000 to affiliate, and then like $6,000 if you want to push it online for online programming or something like that, which is
all right.
Kind of crazy.
All right.
We could just write workouts that make you better at it.
We did it in
no one.
We did it in ChatGPT yesterday.
We could just do like
the workouts are garbage.
Yeah.
I really wanted to send Chris, Coffee Shop Chris, to one like this weekend and him fail because he can't push the sled because he's too weak, and then do like a training montage of us getting him into shape and like actually go to one. But I don't really want to pay them, so I probably won't do that.
He did one with Jay Cobb, and Jay Cobb like hadn't trained for it
in the
all.
gym, yeah.
And Chris is like, I'm a way better runner, and he beat him by like 30 seconds or something.
No, I think
an hour-long workout.
I think he beat him by more than that, right? Jake Cobb?
Oh, Jake Cobb won? I thought Chris
Jake Cobb is
actually
like the
beat
most
him by
competent. I don't want to say unfit, but like can do all the skills, can do any and everything. But he just has way
he just doesn't.
But he can do everything. You know, he's that guy that can just
He hasn't doing it since.
He has more of a pacing issue than anything.
Yeah, he goes out hot. Yeah, like he beat Ben on, I think it was a dumbbell thruster legless from. It was one of those that you could just full dummy it and beat him. I can't remember. I think it was the classic workout.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great. That's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
That's funny. I saw them doing that.
Chris, he just can't like push the sled.
Yeah,
and Jake just wall balls would probably just trash him. You know,
how heavy is the sled?
It's pretty heavy, right?
Oh, is it okay?
It's not very far, but it's pretty heavy.
Okay,
it's like 5 or 6 plates, 6 or 7 plates.
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
like
it's
8K
heavy.
of running too. Which,
man, that would just destroy me.
My left knee would just
my fitness and my lungs and my toes and my feet and my legs.
Knee, I was squatting yesterday. I was warming up to squat, and like I could just feel the fluid moving around in my knee.
Oh, that's a good feeling. Welcome.
and it was like,
well, how old are you?
25.
Ooh, that's a little early, man.
It was so.
That's when it went.
It was like so soft above it.
Oh yeah.
It was so.
It's the worst.
Kind of like this.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Like you could.
I'm doing the BPC morning and night.
How are you?
I'm doing twice a day.
Lateral,
medial, lateral, medial, lateral, medial.
And is it noticeable?
No.
Oh, really?
I'm like 6 days in, so it's going to take a little while, I think.
Damn.
I feel really weird injecting myself with something. I just don't.
Doesn't feel right.
I've never done that, you know? Yeah. Like my kids are like, what are you doing, Dad? Is that Botox? No, it's not Botox.
It's Botox.
They're obsessed with Botox right now. I don't know where it has come from.
Is that supposed to regrow things?
Allegedly, but when there's nothing to regrow, I don't think it's going
Body
to.
protective compound. Yeah, there's nothing to regrow. I think it struggles.
I'm just trying.
So
I'm just shooting blanks down
in theory,
the hall.
you don't have anything to regrow.
Do what?
In theory, you have nothing to regrow.
In
right?
theory, yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, if it grows some bone or something,
something to fill that spot.
Take whatever you got.
Yeah, or if I'm just putting more fluid in there for some viscosity, you know, like whatever.
TFX was a good time.
Yeah, dude.
Me and Chase,
I didn't listen or watch. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, just like it was cool hanging out with Chase. Like I don't think we've never really hung out.
Yeah.
Ever, other than like maybe we've been on a couple podcasts together, but like when we were like hanging out, it's like hanging out with one of us. Like I mean, you guys know him, so it's
Chase
the same
is a good
thing.
Dude.
It's just like it's so cool that like we just
he's been around for a long freaking time too, you know.
Bro,
so that's what makes it cool.
Yes, this is what I wanted to add is that he told me he didn't really. I guess he didn't know this at the time. He figured it out at some point that in 2010, and the last time he went to Oklahoma City, which is where we were at, he was there for sectionals.
Yep. I remember he was wearing like the Captain America like he was Captain America out. Because I remember, sorry, it's a sidebar and talk all over you. That's my job on here, and people get pissed off, so I'm going to do it anyway.
No. This is where I'm going. We're going the same place.
And I remember, like, you know, I was researching some of the people that I was either going to have to compete against or whatever, and I remember seeing that he was, like, decked out in Captain America, and I was like, oh, this guy's got to be good, you know? I don't know why that connection came, but.
He felt like he's so good, he should dress like a superhero. He must be a superhero.
That's right. That's like where my brain went.
He won every workout at a sectionals.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, he won every workout at a sectional, and the only other person to do that the only year of sectionals was Sam Briggs, which is kind of crazy. And then he said, he's like,
was that 9 or 10? 10?
What?
Would have been
10.
2010. Because I don't know what they did in 9. It was just
show up and blow up. I went to regionals in 2009.
Regionals, though.
Yeah.
They didn't have sectionals.
Correct. Yeah, you just showed up and signed up.
We got to go back to that. Yeah. Sectionals.
And he said pretty much it wasn't that like he was better. He just like actually was the only one competing. Everyone else was like they're just working out. And he's like, I kind of want to win. Yeah. He's like, That's
understated. He was really good. He just had some crazy weaknesses. Yeah. Do you remember like a deadlift would always destroy him?
He said his dad still brings it up.
Oh, really?
Like he goes, no. That wasn't what he brought. He said he got 33rd of the games, I think, maybe 23rd. I can't remember what he said that year. 2010. He goes, you've done probably more than anybody else has with a 33rd place finish at the games. That's what his dad says to him all the time.
That's awesome.
You've done the most.
At the games, that workout would have been the deadlift, run to the other side of the floor, pistols, double under, run back.
Yeah.
Me and Maliello tied.
Oh, yeah.
A little foreshadowing. Pretty cool.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That was a fun one.
It was a good year.
Yeah, so it was cool. Like him and obviously Jeremy and I don't know when Conway was there. Adrian Conway had some athletes competing. I don't know when he started CrossFit. Probably around the same time as them, or a little around that time. 2009.
Teal would have been 8, right?
Yeah.
Teal's one of the oldest affiliates that I know of. Like I went to his affiliate in like 2007 or 8.
That's crazy. You know? TFX is the longest running CrossFit competition, I believe. They're starting their 18th year.
Wow.
Huh.
And that's why it's called the fittest experience. Someone explained that to me. I think it may have been CJ saying like that it's called the fittest experience because it was for their local community to feel what the CrossFit Games was like. Because like competitions really didn't exist that much outside of the CrossFit Games. They wanted the fittest experience, the experience of the CrossFit Games. So
I get it.
So it makes sense, which that was cool. And then Hepner came there. They were doing some, like I was taking a break, and they did some of the RX, which is basically the scale. There was Elite and RX. And they were doing the RX division broadcast. And we took a picture, and it was like all of us. And it's very rare. I commented this on the post. It's very rare that I'm around a lot of people who've been doing it longer than me.
Mm-hmm.
Like in this room, that's true. I'm above Scott, but like those guys, if Conway has been doing it longer than I have, I bet I would say he has. And then Hepner's probably around the same time as me. And then the other guys are like way older.
Yeah.
Jeremy and his sister podiumed the same year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the only siblings to podium same year. So that's also cool.
It's a fun little history.
Yeah.
I was there. That was my first CrossFit Games. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Didn't you just show up, you said?
Yeah, ended up being my first date with Angie. Actually, she was a gym member, and we were in SoCal, but her dad lived like in Central Coast, like kind of by Dave's Ranch, and it would pop up just on main site. It wasn't even promoted or whatever, and I was like, I tried to tell all the gym members, I was like, hey, cool little competition going on upstate. We should go check it out. Nobody, but Angie's like, yeah, I'll be at my dad's house because it's 4th of July weekend, and so yeah, we met up. It was radical. It was a good weekend. Slept in the back of my truck on the ranch.
Nice.
That was 8. Would that have been every second counts documentary?
Every second counts.
I watched Castro and Boz set up the final event, just drinking beer in the back of my truck by myself. I was like, hey, can I help? And they're like, no.
All right, man.
I'll be here.
Dude, the every second counts idea is so crazy to me. Like
it played out pretty cool.
Yeah,
it is kind of a cool
idea. Do you see the final?
If done correctly, it's a really cool idea, actually.
Yeah.
And at that time, though, like
I don't know if it was done. I didn't even have to go back and look at those.
I haven't watched.
I think 100%, right? So, because what happened at that point is Spiel had like a 3-minute head start,
right?
Yeah. And it was what clean.
I know, but I'm trying to think of the workouts. Like
30 clusters.
There was like a deadlift burpee workout that was kind of a whatever. There was a run that was
2 loops. It was a short run, but on the hills.
Yeah. And then
they did a total. No, not a total that year.
It was just those 3 events.
No, they did Fran. It's fun to watch John Wellborn do Fran. They did chest to bar Fran.
Squat clean Grace with 155.
Yeah, that was the finale.
I don't think it was 155. Yeah, I think it was
155.
Yeah.
I've done it multiple times, and I did it multiple times because of that video.
Yeah. And Teal, like nobody, we had to like go hunt down footage because he was in the second heat, or he was in the first heat of 2.
Yeah.
And so he basically beat Spiel by, from the first heat. It was pretty cool for the finale.
Watching people do burpees in that video, you're like, there's no standard whatsoever.
No.
It's just Wild West.
Yep.
I sent him this post. Spiel made a post. He said, athletes should have to compete on a dirt floor. Like it was like his sectional or his regional. And it was like them three on the podium, which is just plates stacked up higher and higher. He said athletes nowadays should have to compete on the dirt floor and get a backpack for their.
Who said it?
Spieler.
Yeah.
It was like
A backpack full of free stuff.
Yeah,
or something
backpack
like
full of free stuff for your gift, just basically to humble them. I was like, oh, that's so good.
That 2009 when I did regionals, there was a workout later in the day that was I forget. There was chest to bar pull-ups and there was definitely cleans off the ground. Well, they were like all of the bars were so worked into the ground that I'm literally touching. I'm like pulling it off my literal toe. You know,
I always talk about that. It happened to me at my first sectional. We were at like it was some type of community center. Two things. The same workout, and it was maybe 40, 30, 20, 10 wall balls.
Snatches?
Nope. And deadlift at 275, and it was like 10-8-6-4 or something. Maybe even been like 8-6-4-2. I don't remember. The wall balls, they took the soccer goal and put up like things to hold a 2x6, I think. And people were just launching
over.
And they'd have to go get their wall ball and med ball. And honestly, well, it was great for us because that's what our med ball target was. It was a 2x6 at the gym. And then the deadlifts, like you said, by the end of it, I was literally pulling off of my shoes.
Smashing your finger on the actual ground.
At the 2016 games, we were doing deadlifts at 335 on the soccer stadium, which is like, you know how they'll put like a stall mat out? And they're like, there you go, there's your lifting platform. Well, it's 335 on a stall mat on a grass floor. And I think we're the fourth heat. And no. Whatever. Anyways, I'm doing deadlifts and same thing, 335 off my freaking
just
feet,
shit.
you know, and it just dies
no
into
wonder
the
you
little
couldn't
divots.
compete the next year.
Yeah, it just dies in the divots.
And then it bounces around.
And it twists on you. You're like, oh, gosh. Yeah, that happened.
Those were the
I
years.
won that event, though.
There was that event that year. I think it was the same year, 16?
That was 16.
Where we had to like work out and they didn't have enough stations. So basically, as part of the workout, we had to move our own station down the field. Do you remember that team workout?
Yes.
There's just a really cool video of me and Hobart. Hobart wants chalk during that workout.
Yes.
And I just like chuck it to him.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool video. But yeah, man, good old days.
You didn't do Fantasyland. That was the year before you did. I think that's cool. They're doing Fantasyland on Big Bob.
Yeah.
And so you have to push Bob.
Yep.
And then you do
one person did
Fran,
Fantasyland. Yep.
and then you push it, and then the other person does their other Fran.
And then the third group.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Man.
That's crazy.
Good old days.
Man,
Speaking of good old days, speaking of good old characters, can we give my boy Rob Orlando some love?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll post links. Did you know this?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's actually doing a lot. He's like slowly on the mend already, right?
Bro, he's doing phenomenally.
Yeah.
But
Max squatted 500 pounds or something, or 600 pounds.
3 weeks after. So for those who don't know, out of nowhere, never a tobacco user, no known cause, Rob was diagnosed with stage 4 jaw cancer. 13-hour surgery, used part of his fibula to replace part of his jaw that they had to take out. Total boss. He had just PR'd his total at like 1575 or something crazy like that. 3 weeks later, back to a 500-pound box squat. I just texted with him earlier. He's getting ready for Murph. And he's not the kind of dude who's looking for charities. No. He's a lot like you guys, but we are going to do, we're going to encourage people to do the total. They're doing it at Hybrid at the end of the month. So if you guys, whether you want to do the total or not, maybe
like
you guys.
The true total, like the CrossFit total, or like bench, deadlift, squat?
It's probably bench, deadlift, squat. I wish I knew the answer to that question, but it's whatever Rob would have done. So I'm sure it's posted on Hybrid. I'll put links in my story and stuff. But anyways, throw some money if you can for like medical expenses and whatnot, or just buy a T-shirt. It all goes kind of help the cause. But crazy when that kind of stuff happens, man.
Sucks, man. Yeah,
inspirational to see.
Yeah. Remember watching his videos. Him doing
300-pound grace.
300.
He starts punching the wall.
Oh yeah, no.
He misses one.
I was thinking about when he did something. It was one of the regionals, I think. They're in like a parking lot. He did something. It was like the celebration was cool. I actually, one of my like memories of watching a Rob Orlando video was the one arm Fran.
Dude, it's one of my favorite videos of all.
He does it more than once. He does
He does 21:59 with
I know he's done it. There's more than one video of him doing it.
Oh, really?
I think so. I thought I saw him do it again like several years later, like to try to beat his time, where he does the pull-ups with one arm and the thrusters with the other arm.
And well, the first one is like also in like Asics running shoes. You know, it's just
and he like grabs the bar and he's like kips up.
Yes,
and it's so crazy.
Like when I remember the first time I watched it, I like turned it on. I didn't know what I was expecting. Like I saw him and he does like all the pull-ups and singles. I'm like, I don't know what I was expecting. Like this is gonna take forever. I don't know why I thought it was gonna be quick.
The good old days.
But yeah, that was phenomenal. If you haven't seen that, definitely Google it. And then Calsu. I don't know if I've seen a lot of people actually film their Calsu effort. Have you done that?
I've not filmed it, but I've done it.
Yeah.
What is it again?
100 thrusters at 135, and every time you every
minute on the minute,
five burpees over the bar.
Yeah. Why do I always forget that one?
It's a terrible workout. I did it at Center Hill Lake in the parking lot when Tim Vivian rented a house.
Oh, that I was there. Yes. I didn't do the work. I showed up later and you guys were already done, but I didn't know you were doing that day.
Terrible. Such a bad.
Yeah.
workout.
Anything with a clock just keeps kind of like really punishing
Falling.
you.
Yeah. What are you giggling about?
I'm watching Rob miss one of the cleans. He's freaking out. I thought he punches the wall or something, or kicks the wall. I can't remember though. Oh gosh, it's so good, dude.
He had some bangers.
So good.
And he was a cool, fun character too. He would like remember the first time that we swam at the games. He had to like basically be pushed into the water.
Yeah. Well, that and he basically DQ'd. So Castro was like, "You're done." Yeah. But he wanted to finish the day.
That's
out.
right.
And so we did that rope climb, clean and jerk event, and he hit the 225 and then just starts repping it for like 9 or 10 reps. 225. This is Rob missing. I don't know.
He misses a jerk,
and then he just like kicks the wall and storms off.
There's another miss earlier where he misses one.
You have to pull this up, put it in there. Oh, he
freaks out. He misses the clean
because he wasn't squat cleaning ever. It was only power cleaning.
So that's crazy. 300-pound Grace.
I actually think you guys would like
in 30 minutes.
It had been a while since we had connected, and then me and him right before I moved to Cookeville, I went and did commentary for French Throwdown, and he was working with me as a commentator. Yeah. And we were hanging out, and he was talking out loud and doing stuff. I was like, "What are you doing?" He has an ongoing notes in Apple of things he hates, and so every once in a while, just out of the blue, he'll text me something random, like thong sandals or just like just something random off the top. But he's got a really robust list of things he hates.
Me, him, and Dan Bailey were on a thread for a while of like sharing workouts, but his workouts were.
You couldn't even start
science fiction for me. It was like deadlift 600 pounds for 21 reps and 21 strict handstand push-ups, like something like that. And you're like,
I can't do that.
Bro, I can't even start the workout.
Were you were on that road trip, right? Where with Castro and him and Lipson and
no,
okay, so they went up the coast. Did you ever watch any of that footage?
Is that where Dave had the like 3-hour-long deadlift?
It might have been. But then
that was at his house.
But then him and Lipson were like, "Well, what do we want to do?" And they ended up doing some workout where the transition was 315-pound front rack walking lunge.
Oh my god!
Back and forth. You're like, what?
Oh my god!
This is literally science fiction for me. Maybe to squat that at that point.
315-pound walking lunge. Is he the guy? Was it him or was it somebody else who wanted to be able to deadlift 500 pounds as soon as he wakes up in the morning?
He used to. Rob? He had a story where he wanted to bench, loaded? And he would leave his bench loaded, and every time he walked by the door, he would have to go downstairs and hit it cold. It was like 225 or something. And then so I took the idea and did it with deadlift, and every day I'd add 5 pounds. So anytime I walked in my kitchen, I had to walk out to the garage, hit the deadlift to come back in. Pounds. Yeah, and I don't even remember what I got to, where I could deadlift it cold and do it multiple times.
He'll still, for most training sessions nowadays, he'll work up to his 1 rep max, which is in excess of 500 by a long shot.
My gosh. Yeah. Oh, that's so good. I think I've watched. There's some Bulgarian, maybe some stone videos.
Yeah, he had some. I've got it there. I mean, there's a hybrid stone out there.
Yeah, I mean, I had a 265 stone at my house one time.
I think that one's 143.
I lifted it one time.
I used to do workouts with that all the time.
Stone.
And now I'm just like, how?
Dude, know, like
it wrecks sandbags. We even D-balls. You go back to D-balls and you're like, these things suck. As soon as like one drop of sweat, you just can't use them.
I think if you wear like mechanics gloves or something, it gets a little bit better. But no, it's just like
I think there's a main site of us, me and Hobart, using mechanics gloves with a D-ball doing pistols and D-balls. Something stupid.
Yeah, there's the D-ball just is so hard when it gets wet. Sandbag just like is a hack.
Man, that used to be so much fun.
Stone or D-ball?
Nah, just CrossFit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. It used to be so much fun.
Used to be so much fun.
And also it was more fun when everything didn't hurt all the time.
Not even that. Just like watching old videos and just how cool it was, and I don't know.
And just like, even you, for
that
sure
used to
me.
Be fun.
No, I'm saying even you, and for sure me, like having almost no responsibilities, and like I'm just gonna go work out, and then you're like just work out for a few hours. Like I would just like show up, and I would just leave when I got hungry, and I'd come back. That's all. It's literally what I would do.
Like a stray dog.
Yeah, I would just come to the gym at like 8 o'clock, and then whenever I needed to go eat, I would like go home and eat, and I'd just show back up.
Yeah, like I had a podcast this morning, had a meeting, got here, and there was nobody in here except for Scott was in the back, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna ski and do some bands, and then I did 30 ring muscle ups, rest 3 minutes, nice. 20 ring muscle ups, rest 2 minutes, 10 ring muscle ups. I saw Holmberg did it, and I was like, oh, that's a good like rainy day, like.
Lately, Holmberg did that?
I saw it on Instagram. He posted it. And I was like, I need to build some muscle up capacity. It's Thursday, not trying to do too much. And I was like, it's a good one. Roy didn't want to. I tried to get Roy to do it with me, and he was like, no.
I would still be there like, on my 30s.
Yeah. The best was Roy the other day. So we worked out on Monday. We did Murph prep.
No, we did not. We did Murph.
Sorry, we did Murph. We did two 800s.
He's like, let's do Murph prep. And I was like, that
what
we
didn't do it with the vest. Murph. We didn't do it with the vest. So we did 2 800s, rest 2 minutes. Rest 2 minutes after the second 800.
Yep.
20 rounds of Cindy. Rest 2 minutes, 800, rest 2 minutes, 800.
Yeah.
So the goal was to like push the pace a little bit. So we finish. Didn't think anything of it. I think I rode the mountain bike earlier. That was it. And then the next day I roped him into working out again, the Toes to Bar GHD thing, him and Watkins. And then we finished.
We did the BCS qualifier workout, waited 3 minutes, did it again, but with GHD setups.
Yeah. And then we power snatched a little bit. But he looks at me, he's like, man, Watkins is like getting into shape. How much is he training? And I was like, he's not. Rory was just the look on his face.
Just way out of shape.
I guess.
Well, I mean, Watkins.
I felt good about
Watkins is in good shape.
He's surprisingly like his levers are so small. He moves decently. He never moves fast.
No.
Yeah.
So he can never get really fatigued. He's always just kind of moving.
He did that.
He moves relatively well when he moves well, if that makes sense. You know,
he did that toes to bar handstand walk workout with us that you did.
Yeah.
But he did
Zoe, right?
He did 10 toes to bar and the handstand walk. I think Sam or Zoe looked at me after the first round. They go, did he just do 15 because he's that short? And the same time that we did 10, I go, no. Or same time we did 15, I go, no, he did 10.
Rory's like, he's trained pretty hard. And I was like, no,
he just is. Yeah, he is
3 days a week.
He's unassuming.
Hey, I'll say this. Like my first portion of the BCS qualifier workout, I was faster than AJ was.
Yeah.
And so, like, he's not going slow.
No,
AJ's an
AJ's
athlete.
fit. AJ's fit. When he's fit.
Yeah.
He better be fit next weekend.
I was about to say, you better hope he's fit in Amarillo.
He's scaring me. Because, we got a good team. We got a solid team.
Has he been riding?
No. That's what scares me. But there's enough rest between that I think he can recover enough. And it's not that long. Like, Mayhem on the Mountain is way harder than Amarillo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Amarillo is probably like a 6 if Mayhem on the Mountain is a 10. Amarillo just gets mental in the middle of the night. Does that make sense? Especially with 4 people. With 3 people,
yeah.
3 people was
a grind.
Pretty rough.
Do you guys expect to go like a lap every 3 hours or so? Or long, or even longer?
Perfect world, we're all sub 40. So that would be an hour 20, 240.
Yeah. Which is easier than a lap every 90 minutes.
Yeah. Perfect
for him.
world. And it's not the same trail. It's, so we'll see.
I wonder if we know which way we're going.
We're going to the right. Counterclock.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, you got to climb that hill first.
Damn.
Which is...
It's all right.
Think about, too, how much more mountain biking we've done
yeah.
since we started that, like...
That's true. Or, the other way was just...
me personally, how much more mountain biking I've done.
Oh, God, yeah.
And climbing and skill-wise and loose rock and all that, so...
That climb is just more of a pain in the ass when there's people around.
Yeah,
the first couple laps when you're like surrounded by people, you're going to get off your bike.
I call dibs on not first lap is what I did with my team, and I'll take the second lap. I would like to have to be like do an extra lap if I have to, be in that 9 range, but I don't want to be the first person because that first lap just pissed me off the whole time.
I think I'll probably have to do the first lap this year. I want to try it once.
It sucks.
And
You want to send your slowest person first.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. But they also might get an extra lap compared to everybody else.
Not if you could mess with the order at some point.
Yeah, we could change the order. You're right.
Like,
yeah, we could jump them at some point.
Like
if AJ needs an
let's
extra
say
break.
AJ's first, you're second. At some point, you could double lap and give him a whole lap
I don't know.
off.
AJ shines in that canyon, you know.
He does, man.
AJ's a gamer, you know. Went in that canyon. Here, he does not like me.
I don't remember his performances at Amarillo.
They were like 40-minute laps.
Did he have
As
cramping
long as we
issues?
don't creep to those like 50-minute and hour laps that we did that last race, we'll be fine.
I don't remember my
For
time.
us.
Yeah.
For us. Like, I want to try to be top 3.
Nice.
We were 4th.
You got to beat those little kids.
They'll probably beat us.
I think there's going to be a
Too.
lot more
That seems
teams
too
this year,
jacked.
too. Like,
Really?
it seems like.
Of our teams or?
No, it's just grown.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out 24 in the Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
Mayhem affiliate tour on the way down, too.
Yeah, dude.
Got 10
That'd be fun.
affiliates. Should we announce that ahead of time? I
I
know
don't know.
Christy's
Kind of said
been,
something about
I
it.
think Christy's been talking to them. I guess I can go ahead and give everybody where we'll be at, so people.
The only screwy thing is if you got car problems or whatever.
All right,
you
so
know.
I mean the tentative schedule.
Yeah.
Tentative schedule is May 27th, 2:15 at CrossFit, Rivalry CrossFit. We're gonna take the 4:30 class. We're there at 2:15. Oh, it's a 2.5 hour drive. So we're gonna get there at 4:30 p.m. class. We're gonna drive about an hour, stay near CrossFit Colliersville, take the 8:30 class, drive about 3.5 hours to CrossFit Russellville, take the 4:30 class or 5:30 class, depending on time. Stay near CrossFit 413. It's about an hour and 15-minute drive. Take the 8 a.m. class, 4-hour drive. To
What day are we on now?
Thursday, sorry.
So we'll meet up with you by then.
Yep, so Thursday, 4-hour drive to Resolute Fitness. Take the 430 class. Looks like they're not a CrossFit affiliate, but they are a Mayhem affiliate.
Ew.
Can't tell. 2.5 hours from 806 CrossFit, so we'll stay probably either somewhere in the middle or be there. And then I think Laura's already booked kind of all the travel, so I think we said push on to 806 and get there. CrossFit 806, we'll either take the 5, the 6, or the 9 a.m. class. Probably the 9 a.m. class. We'll head down to the canyon, set up, maybe pre-ride the course a little bit if somebody wants to partake.
I'd like that.
And then we will stay in Amarillo. We'll stay at a hotel Friday night, get some sleep. Race is Saturday noon to Sunday at noon. Pack up, drive, I think 8 hours, try to push, take turns driving, get back somewhere around Sherwood CrossFit. It says take the 5, 6, or 9 a.m. class. I would assume we're going to take the 9 a.m. class.
5, 6.
I will not be taking a 9 a.m. class after 24-hour mountain bike ride.
Wait,
taking
5
5
a.m.
6.
But
This is-
we will not have slept at that point? Like we're driving
no,
through the
we're
night?
going to drive to we'll probably tentatively get there Sunday night about 8 or 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Sleep till
We've
8 or
not
9 o'clock.
slept.
And then a 5-hour drive to CrossFit Engage Monday evening. Take the 4, 5, or 6, drop Darren off at the airport, and be home Monday night.
Gosh, Darren is going to have a rough go.
He'll be all right. He dies.
Who's you riding?
AJ's coming the whole trip.
In our van?
Yeah.
So we have 7 in the van now?
6,
No Jack.
Party.
7.
7?
Be fine.
Yeah, me and Jason might drive slow.
And when they catch up, we can ease some.
Well, they don't leave till a couple days later, right?
We'll be there Thursday morning.
Oh,
Wednesday
great.
night, Thursday morning.
It's like, it looks like we got to cover 9 hours to get to where you're going to be on Thursday
Yeah,
morning.
that's
So
what I'm saying.
maybe Wednesday night.
We'll make it work. Trice is small. We'll put him in the middle somewhere.
Gosh.
Gotta make him
How are we going to are the bikes going to go with them?
Yeah, we got a
Froning
trailer.
Farms trailer.
Man, we are going to have so much stuff with us.
Well, I mean, we can everything we don't need for the. You'll have the most stuff. Mine will just be a small bag.
Because we're thinking we might podcast
take a.
at the affiliates too. So
Is
that's
Thad coming?
little extra stuff.
What a loser.
I know. I tried. One pathetic loser.
For Train with Rich weekend, middle, end of July.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to do games training with us? I'm sure they'll like that.
Probably not.
Get the worms out and stuff.
No, probably not.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, we can do that.
Just some maybe.
If we do an
People
off-road
like that.
triathlon on Saturday afternoon at Meadow Creek.
Wait,
Because
what?
we got all the worms. I
got
figured
Train with
everyone liked
Rich.
the worm.
Oh, right.
Middle of
18,
July.
19.
It's 2 weeks
20?
before the game. 2 weekends before the games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a perfect
It's the
like
weekend
games
before my
prep.
birthday.
Yeah, we'll
weekend.
be
They'll be in games mode.
we'll be hammering our freaking nuts into the table.
Ouch.
I actually would probably rather hammer my nuts into the table than do some of the stuff we're probably gonna do on that weekend. But
Off-road
triathlon,
triathlon, book it.
Yeah, I think we
We'll just have to sit down and pre-program out what we're gonna do.
it won't be that'll fit in.
There you go.
Probably well.
There's our
There's some
clip this for our Train with Rich push. I don't even know if I just saw it like 2 days ago that we started pushing it.
Yeah.
So I know, train with Rich. You're gonna train with Angelo that weekend. Angelo and team with me.
Bring your hammer.
In there. Bring your hammer and your nuts.
Bring your nuts. Bring
Bring
your
your
hammer.
nuts and your hammer. Like old times.
What are you guys doing for lunch? I have to film hunt.
I have some elk soup left over if you want some.
Or
do you want DoorDash?
I was gonna DoorDash if not, because I need to eat something.
Some elk soup. It's
I'm running down. I gotta.
And Axis meat's coming as well today. I'm pretty fired up.
Good.
I don't know if we talked about that Axis hunt. I
A little bit, yeah.
I want to talk to Mountain Ops about partnering with that again and doing another one of those. That was awesome. It was so much freaking fun. Perennial Outfitters. It's just a cool, like, you're in Texas. Made me start looking at land in Texas. Texas is awesome.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, so it's pretty like we probably already talked about it, but I don't care. I'm gonna talk about it again. It's pretty like similar to turkey-ish, turkey-ish hunting, but it's you could hunt with a bow or a rifle at the same time. And so like 2 days we carried the bow around, and then on the third day the guide was like, everybody else had killed with a rifle, and he was almost like the angel and the devil on my shoulder, and he's like, hey, you can use the rifle. And I'm like, I'm going to use the bow. He's like, hey, you can use the rifle. They're not coming. They're going. And sure enough, this doe jumps the fence, and the buck was like, hey, I'm going too. I'm not coming your way. And so I was like, give me the rifle.
Kablam.
From Charlie Lima. Shout out BCS Classic. Hey, Mayhem fam, wanted to share some amazing news with you all. Thanks to the help promoting BCS Classic online qualifier. We ended up 655 teams. That's 1,310 athletes because of this turnout, presenting a $25,000 check to Mayhem Mission at the event this year. Charlie, you the man. And everybody else who did BCS Classic. Man, people were fired up about those workouts, and then they were fired up about the MFC workouts. That 2K row, did you do that?
Bad? No, how bad was it?
It was perfectly awful. Like it was the exact intent that we were going for of like a big guy could do well on the row, a small guy could do well on the burpee.
The fit guy can do good on the workout.
Fit-ish guy can do good on the workout. It was bad. It was just monotonous and beat your head into the, like you just picked the pace on the row. I just rode it like a 150.
Yeah.
That was, I could get off and just start burping. And then you're like, oh, I'll start pushing these last 20. And you're like,
no way.
No, I'm not. Me and Darren did it.
150 burpees is so bad.
Yeah. Did you do the BCS one? That was the dumbbell snatches and burpees?
No.
God, that really destroyed me.
Yeah, and I had no intent on doing that workout. And I forgot, maybe we were podcasting or something. And I walked out, and me and Darren was like, I was like, what are we doing? He's like, I don't know. I was thinking about just doing that burpee and row workout. And my brain was like, all right, you don't have to think about anything. Might as well just do it. It was bad.
One workout I used to do a lot when I, like on snow days from school or just days that I didn't end up going to the gym, is I would do 200 burpees. I would just do 200 burpees per time.
I've done that a couple times. I did that one time before an open announcement, and the next day it was snatches and burpees with Panchik. And I did like 200 burpees for time to the like
something
to the it was in the hallway of the room, like when you go to the bathroom. It was like just probably 6-8 inches, enough to make it shitty.
Yeah.
And then the next day I had to do snatches and burpees. That was fun. Moron.
That was your thing. Was that a flex, or was it like legit? You just thought that it would be better to move the day before?
I have to work out, dude, or else I have a problem.
Yeah.
I'm an addict.
I remember what was it the day before the marathon row?
Yeah, we did rolling.
That's crazy.
Rolling and some other stuff.
That's crazy.
We talked JJ into like my cousin JJ when we were when we were in Carson.
Yeah.
I think we rolled and maybe did a 2K or something like that.
Okay.
I was trying to do 1,000,000 meters that year.
Yeah.
I just don't
the half marathon. Sorry, not marathon.
Don't attach logic to anything that I'm saying. So, I kind of had an idea what I had to do the 2K in. We needed a pace for the marathon, so we told JJ, I'm like, I need you to row the marathon, and he's 6.
Did he do it?
We let him think he was doing it until 5K, and then we got him off the road.
I think that probably rubbed off on Dre. Do you remember Dre, like in the warm-up area before regionals every year? He either row a 2 or 5K hard, like a hard 5K on the rower. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like rowing a 145 5K, just like going balls out just because. And like the morning before regionals was starting, I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you doing this?
I mean, we were notorious for working out too much before competitions.
But Dre was just such a stress ball at regionals, so he would just like freak out. He's like, I got to do something. And you go.
What do you do to your fingers, man?
It's spray paint.
Oh, okay. Looks like bruised. Look gnarly.
Everyone said that.
Yeah.
It's just slowly wearing off. It's a good mix of all the different colors, mostly green.
Just graffiti on the walls or what?
Yeah. Hydrants?
Spray paint and hydrants. Yeah, we can spray
paint.
You
could spray paint them? You son of a...
It's crazy.
Dude.
It's so awesome.
Is that not the old way?
No way. Dude,
this is the hand paint them? Oh, it's awesome.
No, it is 1,000
Do you have like a
times faster.
Something you put over the bottom to where you don't get... Gosh, I hate you.
I just have
soft.
I just have
Cookville Fire Department is soft.
I just have a piece of cardboard that I put in front of it, and then I can flip it and get another can on top.
And you guys get to use the like little truck too, right? You son of a...
No. We use a little truck.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're supposed to.
Got it. Dude.
No, I just go out. I go out.
Summers, you were on a rotation of either testing hose, which is equally shit.
Yeah.
Or
especially if you're younger, because you're the one who's loading it off, all that.
And so you either test hose, which means every foot of hose in the entire department has to be pressure tested every year. And
like in isolation, you can like isolate it and
you just string it all together and you put it through the pumper and you has to get to a certain percentage and make sure there's no leaks and like the couplings aren't leaking and any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I actually, fun fact, never tested hose. Every year. It felt for some reason I was either doing shift. Whatever, yeah. And so, or your other job was you got hydrants. Yeah. So you know how when you drive out in the community, now you'll know this when you're looking around, whatever color, used to be blue top still the highest pressure or highest available
yellow
water flow?
Now.
Okay.
Yellow.
So when I was there, you knew how much flow was coming to that hydrant based on what color the hydrant top was.
Okay.
And so you had to go service them.
Blue is the standard. Yeah, I think we use yellow though. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. So blue was the
blue is the highest, but I think we use
red base, blue top. So you knew like when you got there, how much water was available.
Okay. You should chat GPT that again before you work again.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's blue, but
I'm pretty sure
blue or yellow is one of the two.
It won't matter.
But yeah, we wore these. We wore these like red jumpsuits, so you look like one of the inmates, like.
That was me yesterday.
But they're so comfortable.
They're so comfortable.
They're the most comfortable. You should go, no shirt, no shorts, nothing. Yep. Maybe, wear some underwear and dude.
I wear underwear, that's it.
They're so comfortable. And they look so bad. You look like a convict.
That's
awesome. Red jumpsuit and it had a patch. You still have a patch on it?
Mine doesn't have a patch.
Oh, okay. Oh, you don't even have a patch. Does it say Cookville Fire anywhere on it?
Nothing.
Oh, heck yeah. Nothing. You look like a convict.
I look like a convict. I'm covered in paint because I've been using them for 6 years.
Yeah.
They're covered in paint.
It was so good.
Yeah.
I used to even like, going on calls and you just have that on.
Yep.
Feels so good versus like regular clothes. Man, that takes me back.
It's just a big jumpsuit.
Should make a Mayhem one.
Mayhem jumpsuit. Yeah. I mean, all the girls wear them now, like because they're comfortable. Girls love a jumpsuit.
Yeah. Man, those were the days. So hot too.
So hot.
Getting in and out of the truck. When we used to drive around,
you wouldn't have any AC,
and so the
like the old trucks.
Yeah, I was in either rescue
3 or something,
and
old rescue,
and lieutenant and engineer stay in the truck. Low men get out, get the hydrant.
It's way harder when you're in a big truck.
For sure. Carry a little pail that had all these different paints in it, and you walk up, paint it, look like a convict painting.
While they just watch you.
Yep,
that's great.
Yep, I've done it like
low
that
man.
a lot. Yeah.
No, you had some lieutenants that would get out there.
Yeah.
Donnie Vincent would get out there and
sometimes do
bark orders.
Yeah.
But at least he was out there with you, Like some of them would just not even
sit there,
entertain it, They're just watching you. Paint hydrants, get back in the truck.
Yeah. That's like the stereotypical government work. 2 people supervising, 1 working.
Yes.
Man, that old rescue truck, that brings back memories too.
You got rid of that. No, I never ridden it. We got rid of it.
It was one of the faster trucks. Like Bo Power loved that freaking truck. And it had the doghouse in the back. You're separated completely from the guys in the front, which they had AC. You're in the back with them.
You're outside, right? You're outside.
This one was closed in.
Oh, okay.
So you're in the engine compartment. Like you put your arm down on the some days it was hot.
Yes.
No AC.
Yep.
You're facing backwards. Yep. Carbon monoxide.
Yep.
Oh man.
Well, because in ladder 4 you were outside. Basically,
ladder 4
it was enclosed.
But the old ladder 4 never the little France, American LaFrance.
You
never ran that one.
Oh, okay.
I did when I first started. We had some of the would have been Max.
Yeah.
Old Max that you were outside.
Yeah.
I probably ran 2 to 3 calls on those.
Yeah.
If engine 2 was down at that point, and engine 2 was an old
engine 2 we still have.
Crap.
Yeah. We
really?
Yes.
Like not ladder 2, engine 2.
Yeah. Engine 2.
Wow.
Engine 2. Either we have one of those engines because there was
engine 2 and engine 4 were the same, and then you had tanker 3 that was
tanker 3. I
similar.
Know we still have. Yeah,
was similar, but had a
water.
Tanker. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only difference.
Sorry,
I love it.
Nerded out a little bit. It's crazy to think that guys that I went to fire school with are now like lieutenant-ish, captain-ish.
Bo left the door open on rescue.
Is Bo lieutenant or he's still an engineer?
He's an engineer. He's an engineer.
Oh,
and
Bo was an engineer. He was like a reserve engineer for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And then he became an engineer right when I finished. So like hierarchy goes firefighter, then you usually reserve engineer, which means you're a driver, and then you get engineer, and then lieutenant, and then captain. Yeah. Is it battalion chief now or is it captain?
Battalion chief, captain, same thing. That's what I call it.
And so, guys wanted to move up. Bo,
a lot of guys get to engineer. It's like the reserve engineer you have to get to, and then engineer, like that's like the first promotion you go for. And there's a decent amount of guys that just get there and go, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't want to be in trouble. But it's just
because you don't have to do as much as a lieutenant. You get a lot more freaking bull crap.
You're in charge. It's your ass if something happens.
Yes.
You got to do the reports. And
so
some of those guys, like the
that.
engineers, will be like reserve lieutenants if a lieutenant's out or something. But still, it's crazy. Like a guy like Bo, who had already been there when I was there for probably 10 years.
Yeah, he's right at 25 years.
I was about to say, so he's at 25 years because it's been 15 years since I've been there. Yeah. And he was just like, nah, I'm good.
Happy where he's at, man.
It's awesome. Because they all, like they preach like promote, do this book, do this book. And some guys are like, nah, dude. Yeah. Cash only.
Yeah.
Yeah. They left the door open, one of the old flap doors that come up like this. And ripped the side of it out and the side of the station out. They're repairing it right now.
Which station?
Station 4.
Oh, 4. He's down at 4 now?
Yeah. So there's the wall. Yeah, it's
I'm gonna text him.
It's ridiculous. He ripped because it's the second time he's done that. He's done it before too.
Multiple guys have done it.
Yeah, a lot of it has happened. It's happened like 5 times the last 10 years, but it just happens because that door comes up and you don't see it. It almost disappears in the rear view mirror because it's just this thin little strip. When you look in the rear view mirror, it's just this thin strip. You don't see it, and he just took off. And some of them they have a light that flashes, but they flash nonstop, so you just don't even think about it when there's a door open. And he just took off, and it ripped that door off, and it ripped the side of the building too.
Because this is like a house.
Yeah,
like some of the building. The one at the main station is like a building, right?
Yeah, it would.
This
probably
is like an old house. Like it was like a
spec house.
Spec house, and they couldn't sell it, and so they're like, we'll just give it to the fire department.
Love it.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I could see myself doing that.
It's ripped. Yeah, I mean, I could.
It's
whenever
easier.
You do something like that, you give him a little bit of shit for it for like a week or two, and then you're like, dude, I could easily do something like that, so I'm not gonna. Because he backed ladder 4 into like a storage container behind Walmart.
But he's also been driving for 25 years.
Yeah.
Stuff's gonna happen.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, but it did mess it up just a little bit. But like, again, you make fun of him for like a week, and then you're like, okay.
Last spring break,
be the next guy to do it.
For the first time in my life, I drove away with the gas thing still in my tank.
Whoa, you ripped it off?
Yeah, full on. But it had like a quick release, so it was meant to do it. And I literally went in. We were somewhere in Wyoming. And just put it back into the thing, and I went in. There's some little teenage girl who didn't care. I was like, hey, ripped the thing off. And she's like, yeah, let me go talk to my manager. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to leave now. Good luck.
Yeah. This is the same guy that drove us out of gas the last affiliate tour.
Thanks,
Somebody
Scott.
else mentioned that. They're like, hey, we're going to run out of gas again? I said, no, I don't plan on it.
What was out of gas?
I did it. I got an incredible volunteer gig.
Yeah?
I'm going to do the PA at the red and white football game.
Oh, yeah.
So I got to leave you boys.
What did we... What did we do this for? Did we have something we wanted to talk about, Scott?
No.
Oh, okay, perfect. then we cleared all our bases.
Was there any
Nailed
real
it.
topic we needed to discuss?
No.
I kept thinking there was, and we hadn't gotten
Like the
to
games
it yet.
event, I think.
Nothing's happened.
Nothing's
cool.
really happened.
Well, I mean, they finalized the leaderboard for semifinals, but it was pretty much finalized a week ago.
Did they take
in
videos,
affiliate.
or is there any? I guess they did. Cause
Yeah, they did
Brooke
some.
Wells
Yeah,
got
we
messed
talked about
up
it last time, and I
Right.
don't think anything changed from the last time we talked about it.
Yeah, nothing going on right now.
God, enjoy it while it lasts.
Yep.
Yeah, no new news on the sell front. No new news on anything.
All
Other than
quiet.
Other
on
than
the
my
West
dad
End.
commenting on
It's so good.
on everybody's posts and stuff.
I like that he comments like with
Cryptic-ish.
but with no like fact or any reason to say things.
No, like
So good.
On what, social media? I haven't seen it.
yeah, he commented on a couple, and then
YouTube.
Sevon like took it and
Yeah.
something, and then
Oh, no.
Said it's gonna be all right or something.
Well, I mean,
then-
everyone took it and ran with it because you would think that the comment would be based in some sort of
yeah.
fact.
but it's not.
But-
That's what blows my mind. I'm like,
He went
I saw it, and I'm like, who's he talking about? What
And
does
it
he know
wasn't
that I
like-
don't know?
But it also wasn't like real information. He said it's gonna be all right, everyone. Like, calm down. It's like okay.
It's gonna. The future's bright and it's in good hands, and you're just like,
everyone thought it was so cryptic when it's really not.
there's
I don't
no
think. It's
cryptic.
just like
It's so good that it's not.
it's just straight up like, yeah, hey, I think it's everything's gonna be okay.
I'm like, Dad, what are you doing?
Everyone's
What time-
trying to decipher the
yeah,
code.
and
It's like,
it's
there's
just
no code.
when I don't know if it's gonna be all right.
Someone had to say
I did
it.
see that Glassman threw his weight behind Daniel Chaffee. So yep, some positioning happening, some Game of Thrones stuff going on. Some
gamesmanship.
Because he went to French Throwdown, right? Greg went to French Throwdown.
Politicism.
Daniel's
Yep.
competition.
Yep. So it's getting interesting, getting tight. Should we start like a betting line on
Should we
new
affiliate with
CEO,
Netflix?
new like buyer, new something? We should start that, right? That's not like no, because we don't have any real insider information at this point. So I think we could we're free to do whatever.
It'd be fun.
It'd be fun.
Don't know how to set that kind of
Draft
Pete
thing.
Rose,
Kings.
hey Pete Rose, Hall of Fame now. Shoeless Joe.
Nice.
Apparently the new rule is as soon as you die, you're now available for the Hall of Fame.
That's the rule.
I started watching that Pete Rose documentary a little bit on the plane, and honestly, we'll never know, I don't think, but as long as he didn't bet on himself to lose,
Yeah.
I'm 100% okay with it. If you're betting on yourself to win,
Yeah.
I've got no problem with you betting on baseball.
I'm only connecting these thoughts because
Sorry,
it's another-
I'm
'cause
we're
it's
out
another-
way left field
Well,
and
no, but
nothing of substance.
It's another documentary, but
something
but Brett Favre is now apparently a shade ball. Like there's
Oh yeah, dude, he tried to embezzle money, donate money to. I don't want to speak on it because I don't know enough about it. But
There's a Netflix documentary now.
I thought he was using funds for appropriating funds that were appropriated for something else. He was using it for his daughter's school or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Scotty Scheffler is on a run of 140 weeks.
You're a big golf guy right
World
now.
number
huh?
one, which is
You
the
guys go, gotta go.
longest streak
I'll be back.
since Tiger Woods' streak of 684 weeks.
Yeah, I was about to say it's just not the
Man.
same on any level though. Tiger Woods,
Not yet.
I'm the type
Come
I'm the
on.
type of person though. I'm
Wait,
not
wait,
watching
wait.
golf unless Tiger's winning.
Wait, what are you saying? It's not the same on any level. What are you trying to say?
147 is not comparable to anything in the 600s, right?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what they're saying.
I'm saying Tiger Woods,
yes.
and
I love
what
you guys, I
Tiger
gotta go.
Woods brought to golf, where I'm not watching golf
yeah. It's
unless
insane.
Tiger Woods is
yeah.
golfing.
Okay. Yeah.
You know,
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the same thing though. It's insane.
And
Scotty
that's
Scheffler
completely-
is really good right now. Insanely good. This great run of 140 weeks at world number one doesn't even hold a
not
candle.
even. I mean, it's a fourth, right?
Yeah, he was world number one for over 13 years.
I mean, it was incredible.
That is incredible.
I remember watching him win probably his last one. I was at the fire department when he tore his ACL.
Oh, he
and-
won the Masters in 2019.
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
19.
Do we want to get deep or dark into anything that Rory's going, and we can, or since he's not going to keep us on the rails?
It's up to you.
I don't know if I have anything.
I don't either.
Hey, I thought.
I kind of wish we did.
What's
I kinda wish we could.
Is there a stat on Wayne Gretzky? You're kind of a hockey guy. He's like the best player of any sport ever.
Ovechkin just passed him right on goals, and
On
it was
goals.
pretty close on number of games.
Oh,
It's kind of
okay.
crazy.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
Gretzky's awesome.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he's
I
not
thought.
close on points.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Points, because points are you get 2 points for a goal, 1 point for an assist.
He's kind of close on points. What you said?
No.
He's close on goals, or he beat him on goals. He's not the same on points.
It's insane. Like it's like I thought it was just like, do you know? Oh, Scott, you know hockey too. It's like impossible. Like no one's ever gonna come close.
There's a couple records in sports that'll never be touched because the game's just different. And
the game is different. Yeah, I mean all that. It's just whatever. You have to take it, I guess, with the era that it was in. But like whatever you say, like Tiger Woods is.
It's hard to compare eras in anything.
Yeah, Tiger Woods is so good. No one's.
I mean, so Wayne Gretzky had 2,857 points, and Ovechkin's at 1,600.
Jeez. But they have the same amount of goals.
He's got 900 points more than anyone else ever.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
And he has.
Those are 1 points.
That's only 1,400
I mean?
games played. Compared to like most of the guys in the points conversation are in the 17s.
Well, but also if you think about on Ovechkin's level, which is impressive, the rest of the ground he has to make up on Gretzky is 1 point per assist,
Yeah.
Right.
Which is insane.
Well, so he only has 726 assists. Gretzky 1,963.
That's insane.
What's the game?
So 1,200 points.
What's the game difference? Like are they around the same games?
Yeah.
Around.
That's what's kind of.
They're
crazy
only 4 apart.
That's what's crazy.
They're only 4 apart.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's cool. That's cool to watch someone be that good. Is that it?
I think that's it.
We're gonna end with
I wish we had more dirt. I wish I knew more about the CrossFit stuff. Right now, it's just, nobody wants to play anymore.
No. I'm hungry.
Nobody wants to tell us anything or keep us in the loop. So we're just out here alone.
Alone.
My parents are catching fish right now.
Are they?
Yeah. Deep sea fishing.
All right. Peace.